Chapter 12, From the Heart of Cheryl Elizabeth. During childhood days, I felt free and trapped. Free to roam the country setting, the green grass, the endless laughter. Free to choose that I wasn't enough. Free to know that freedom was to be found outside of what I knew. I was free to choose. My little sister, she was free to choose, and we chose different pathways and different people. We chose to explore the world in our own ways. I chose to find chaos, and she chose to find peace. It is difficult to leave your family when there is a calling so strong. It is like it is beyond the world itself. I wanted to find my way. I wanted to find my world. I wanted to find the happiness that I already knew was there. Life can take one to such a different setting than the others, all wanting to fit in and yet so far apart. I wanted to be anything but normal. I wanted to stand out in the crowd. I wanted to be noticed with what I had to offer, but somewhere I felt that I wasn't noticed at all. When my relationship broke down, that is a refreshing way of saying it, when my relationship ended with great suffering, I began my search for great suffering. There it was on a silver platter. Suffering served to the innocent. Suffering served to any love that I had. Suffering served on a silver platter, and yet I brought it forth in the grandest fashion. I stood out. I made a name for myself. I am sorry it wasn't of grace and grandeur. I am sorry it was in the purest sense of destruction. I needed a reason for hatred. I was handed the suffering on the silver platter, and with each bite, each blow, I found my way to really see how the suffering live. Can I blame my daughter's father? Can I blame my desire to stand out in a crowd that was not worth standing out in? What do I blame my decisions on? Who do I blame my decisions on? Who do you blame this day? When you can see the world from the heavens, you understand from the depths of your very soul of light. When you are upon Mother Earth, looking towards the heavens for a sign to let you know that the heavens care, we pray. We pray to the great divine to show us, to mend us, to hold us, to nurture us. We pray to be fixed, to be helped, to be saved. We pray not realizing that we ourselves can nurture ourselves, that we ourselves can truly hold ourselves in great light. But as we walk in our lifetimes, it is hard to understand that we hold the loving grace and power that our divine has given. Did I believe there is a God? Did I ask to understand God? Did I challenge life and God itself for my destruction, for anyone's destruction? The streets feel the lack of God. The streets feel the presence of God. For the broken can be healed, and the healed can be broken. Isn't that the contrast I was searching for? To be whole and healed, to be broken and mended, isn't that it? The next time you find yourself asking the heavens for something, I would encourage you to ask of yourself the same. Is there a God? That is for your own wisdom. Is there a God that allows the suffering? And that too is held in your own beliefs and wisdom. For is God killing mankind? Or is mankind killing mankind? What does God have to do with our destruction of mankind? We all have free will, free choice. Such free will and free choice, we can condemn and judge God in the harshest manner. With our free will, we can be knowing that we are one with God, with life, with all. Walking in one's shoes on the concrete of life brings forth the awareness of our steps. I walked and played in the green grass below my bare feet. I danced to celebrate dancing and life itself. I walked upon the concrete of the filthy lined streets, wanting to know my way and feeling that I had no place in the world and all places in the world. The contrast of life, the highs and the lows, the victories and the blows, the sadness and the laughter, the love and emptiness, the heartache and the romance, the successes and the losses, it is all part of our journeys. I wish I could go back and do it all over again. I wish I could feel the green grass beneath my feet, and this time appreciate what I was given on a silver platter. The love of family, the love of sisters and a brother whom I adore. My daughter never really had a chance to know me when I was whole and full of life. She witnessed the endless destruction of my life and only wanted to run in the green grass with me. To this very day, she wishes I was different. She wishes that she could have known me before I left, not left the earth, but left my own heart in the suffering of a broken heart. Broken hearts are a funny thing. If one isn't careful, a broken heart can break others. If one isn't mindful, a broken heart doesn't have a chance to mend. My daughter wanted me to mend. She wanted my broken heart to be healed so I could heal hers. When one suffers heartache of extreme heartache, one truly suffers. The heart is a miracle. Your heart is your miracle, for a heartbeat is felt until it is not. To bring to life compassion at its fullest, one must have the contrast. One must know of suffering to heal with compassion. My anger would not allow space for healing. My anger found my heart, and in this space of all things shattering, I found my wholeness in my daughter. For she judged me and loved me unconditionally. Her heart is broken, for mine was. Her anger is there, for mine was. The difference between my beautiful daughter and me is that she is able to find the greatest love through my greatest anger. She knows in her heart that I did my best. She knows and she understands the life that I chose. Does she wish it was different? Does she wish I could have been a normal mom? Does she wish that all my goodness is held within her? And the answer to my questions is yes. It is easy to hurt the ones we love. What makes it easy? Is it because we can get away with it? I knew my little sister loved me unconditionally. I knew my mother loved me unconditionally. I knew my father and my family loved me beyond any love I could find for myself. And my daughter was and is the epitome of the grandest love. My daughter holds the light of grace. My daughter holds me with grace. My daughter was the best thing I gave to the world. My daughter was the miracle that I gave to the world. This book was and is to bring forth great compassion for others, great compassion for ones that do not follow the rules. What if one doesn't want rules? What if one wants to set the rules? And I want to set the rule that love is the answer, that deep love is the answer. Love towards oneself is the beginning of the end of the suffering. To love oneself is to love ones in the creation of one. There are no mistakes in the universe. There are no mistakes in the creation of creation itself. There was no mistake when I entered the world. I only thought there was.